Okay. So it's 12 o'clock. Let's start, and then maybe the other guys will join in. But the nice thing is they don't have to unzip the door to come in. They can come in quietly. So let's just start seated a minute. And we'll bring one foot in front of the other. So the heels are touching there. If you want to be on a block to sit your hips up a little bit higher, that can be a little bit easier than to sit there to be comfortable. And you can rest your hands on your knees. And I always like just to get that little lift. So you're breathing in to lift the shoulders up and down the back. And just breathing out, to allowing yourself just to rest for a moment. And let your eyes close down. Let your face and let your eyes just relax. So for some of you guys like me, there might be people in the house. And before this happened, I used to not be able to do anything if someone else was in the house. But now, because I've had to, I've learned to be able to let them continue with whatever it is that they need to do, while I just find a moment to be still and be focused and think about myself. So with your eyes closed, just imagine yourself sat in between two busy roads. You're safely nestled in the middle, like a little pavement in the middle. Imagine that you're speeding up what you see. So the cars are just racing up and down either side of you. And then see yourself calm, centered, and still amongst all that movement. You could imagine yourself within a bubble. And then whatever's happening around you, like a blur of images, circling around you while you sit in stillness. So now fill that stillness with your breathing. Slowing your breathing down. Take 5 counts to breathe in. And 5 counts to breathe out. 5 counts to breathe in. Holding your breath for 2 or 3 counts. 5 counts to breathe out. Holding your breath out for 2 or 3 counts. Keep going in that rhythm. I like to think of it as a wave-like rhythm. And allow your awareness to sink into this rhythm, letting go of all the things that are happening around you. Physically breathing in this way, your nervous system is going to start to calm down and slow down. Bringing you into a relaxed place. And the same mentally, just brings your thoughts, or makes your thoughts maybe a little bit slower, maybe they disappear. Just your whole body and mind dropping into stillness. Next time you breathe in, hold your breath at the top of the inhale. And now open your mouth and exhale, let it go. Breathing normally just in and out through your nose. Blinking the eyes open. Just take the hands behind you. And then lift your knees up and take your feet just as wide as your hips. Okay, so stay in that nice calm place and let both knees just fall to the right side. Picking both knees up and let both knees fall to the left side. And try that a few times, just the knees dropping outwards back to the center and dropping outwards back to the center. Getting into a little bit of a rhythm with it. And so the hardest thing I think about this class is being seated for a little while. So it's nice if we can get into the hips a little bit. But we've already done some breathing, so our nervous system has already calmed down. We're already a little bit more focused, a little bit more within our bodies. So now, keeping the feet wide, just let the right knee fall in. See if the knee can touch towards the floor. Pick it back up and then let the left knee fall in. Okay, pick it back up. All right, just a few more times. Pick it back up and then let the knee fall in. Pick it back up. Okay, now you can bring your feet together and you've got your hands behind you. And then you can start to bring the right knee into your chest and create a circle there. Yeah. Now, if this isn't good with your hands here, then you can always lay down onto the mat. And we'll take the circle the other way. Good. All right, and then changing legs, bring the left knee in. Nice big circle with the knee. That's it. And then take the circle the other way. That's it, good. All right, just to get into the hips a little bit more, press the soles of the feet together now. That's it. And you can be on your block, hands behind you. Just see if that can help you to lift up. So you want your spine nice and long throughout this. And then start to walk your hands forwards and let your head rest towards the floor. So what are you feeling there? How does it feel in your hips? How does it feel through your spine? If you breathe in and fill your body with that breath in, can you feel how it stretches the body? And as you breathe out, as you relax, help you to find a bit more space. Walk the hands over towards the right side and just let your forehead come down towards the right knee. Squeeze the left sitting bone down into the mat. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. And then walk the hands all the way over to the other side. Forehead down towards the knee. And you're squeezing your opposite sitting bone down into the mat. Okay, breathing in, body expanding. Breathing out, staying in your own little bubble. Yeah, your own little bubble, which helps you to feel the sensations, to feel the breath. Letting go of whatever's going on around you. Walking the hands back to the center, and then we'll lift yourself all the way back up. Well done. Just rest your right hand on the left side. Palm flat on the floor, and the right. Take the left fingers up and over the head as we lean over towards the side there, and breathe into that side. Again, a lovely stretch because I'm sure we're all doing different arms. And then pushing through the right hand, lower the left hand down, and we'll take the right arm up and over, and then we'll breathe into that side there. So you're gonna feel the elbow move towards the floor, And then breathe into the side of the body. Okay. Push away from the floor, bring yourself back up. We'll lift the knees up and take the legs out in front. Flex your feet, have your hands by your hips and try and lift up. Yeah, so you're getting nice and tall through the spine, and then lower yourself down over the legs. So this is where you might start to feel your hamstrings now. If it feels too much, bend your knees. If your lower back is really hunched, sit yourself on a block. Breathing in, feel your tailbone and your sitting bones push down, and then from there, the spine growing all the way through the crown of the head. Breathing out, relaxing into your hamstrings, just checking in with how it all feels. And once you've assessed the situation, use your breathing and use the weight of the body to help you get a little bit deeper into the pose. Reaching the fingers past the feet or as far forwards as you can. Lift yourself up. And then let the hands fall down by the side and we'll brush them along the floor towards the feet. And then lift yourself back up. Okay, try that a few more times. Sweeping the hands across the floor. Lifting yourself back up. And last time, sweep the hands along the floor. And then lift yourself back up. And then it's nice to do it the other way. So now you're going to fall forwards, hands rest on the floor. Slide the hands back and lift the arms up. And again, slide the hands forwards. And then take them all the way back up. Last one. Drop the hands as far forwards as you can. And then slide them all the way back up. And lift it up. Okay, now start to point your toes. And slide your heels in. And you're going to wrap your arms around your shins. And bring your forehead to your knees. Now if you can rock back onto your sitting bones and just hover your feet off the floor. And you're holding onto your legs, see if you can let your back relax there. See if you can feel the shape of your spine. Breathing in. And breathing out. Curling yourself into a really tight ball. Breathing in, having to expand into this shape as you breathe in. And breathing out. Nice guys, release. You can place the feet down onto the mat and release the arms. And then we're going to return to seated. Okay, so one foot in front of the other. And hopefully that feels a little bit better now. Okay, so you can close your eyes when you feel comfortable with this, but we're going to move into alternate nostril breathing. So you're going to take the top two fingers of the right hand, the first two fingers, and push them into the center of the forehead. And then you'll use your thumb and your fourth finger to alternate blocking off each nostril. Okay, so just go with the flow. Take a full deep breath in. And then open your mouth, exhale, let it go. Okay, so now block off your right nostril with your thumb. And now breathe in through your left nostril. Block off your left nostril with the fourth finger. Exhale through the right. Breathe in through the right nostril. Block off right nostril. Exhale through the left. Inhale left nostril. Block off left and then exhale through the right. Inhale right. Block off right, exhale left. Inhale left nostril. Block off left, exhale to the right. Inhale, right nostril. Block off right nostril, exhale left. Last round, inhale left. Block off left, exhale right. Inhale, right nostril. Block off right, exhale left. Release the hand down. Take a full deep breath in. And just open your mouth, exhale, let it go. Take a moment just to settle, to notice the effects of that, if there are any. But hopefully it's helped you to drop within even more. Alternating the breathing through the nostrils, matching the in-breath and the out-breath. Hopefully bringing balance to your body, balance to your mind. We'll just let the right ear fall towards the right shoulder. We'll keep the breath nice and slow and steady. And then bring your chin towards the right shoulder. So you feel that stretch there through the left side of the neck. Can you then drop your nose towards the shoulder? I'm certainly feeling a lot of tension there on the left side. So just take the time to breathe into it. Breathe out of it. And we'll drop the ear to the shoulder again and bring the head back up to the center. Notice the difference in each side and then go to the other way. So left ear towards the left shoulder and squeeze your right shoulder blade down and away. And you can bring your chin towards your shoulder and then drop your nose towards the shoulder. And I'm definitely feeling a lot of tension there in my neck. So this is unusual for me. So breathing in, just expanding into it, trying to relax into it. And breathing out. How does all that feel for you today? Bringing the ear back to the shoulder and the head back to the center. Let your chin drop to your chest. That's it. And now you can just let your shoulders slump forwards and let your spine relax as well. So you kind of slump the whole body. And let your chin be super heavy. Then try and lift your spine up nice and tall. Lift the head up and turn the face up to the sky. And then find the opposite to that. So the chin comes to the chest, the shoulders float forwards, the spine curves, the head is heavy. And then tilt the pelvis forward so the spine gets long. Lift the shoulders back, lift the head up, turn the face up to the sky. Last time, chin comes to chest, let the spine curve, let the back round, heavy head. And then lifting yourself back up, so you're tilting the pelvis forwards, the spine gets long, and the head turns up to the sky. Bringing your head back to neutral, rest your hands on your knees now, and as you exhale, round your back even more and bring your chin to your chest. And then do the opposite of that. Draw your shoulders back and open up the chest. Okay, again, 2 more times. Breathing out. Round your back, chin to chest. Curve the spine. And then tilting the pelvis forwards, arch the back. That's it. Gaze up. Good. So let's go back. Tucking the tail. Rounding the back. From there, can you lift your feet up? So you've got a nice curved spine. Try now and lift up, lower belly, middle back, chest lifts. And then exhale, round your back. Push your feet into the floor, tucking your tail, rounding the spine. Don't go all the way, just start to lift yourself all the way back up, lifting the chest up. And then exhale, rounding your back, curving the spine. Feel your feet planted into the floor. Last time, try and lift yourself up, trying to get nice and tall through your spine. I know this would be a challenge for some of you guys. And then start to lower down, rounding your back, chin to chest. We're going to lower all the way onto the floor now. See how slowly you can do it. Well done. Rest the hands on the floor, rest the head on the floor, and bring your heels a little bit closer towards your bottom there. Have your palms flat down. Take a big breath in. And as you breathe out, squeeze your belly button back, push through your feet and try and lift the hips up to the sky. And as you breathe in, lower your spine back down. And feel that if you can get a little bit of resistance from the floor there. Yeah, so you're pushing your hands down. And as you exhale, the belly draws back. Push through the feet and lift the hips up to the sky. And as you breathe in, try and lower the spine down nice and slowly. Feel each of the vertebrae. Yeah, almost like you're resisting the vertebra into the mat. This time, as you exhale, belly draws back, push through your feet. As the hips go high, try and lift your heels off the floor. And then lower your heels down, lower your spine down. Feel each of the vertebrae. Once your tailbone touches the floor, can you lift your toes up? Just your toes. And again, so as you exhale, belly draws back, push through the feet, lift the hips up high, then come up high onto your toes. And then lower the heels down, lower the spine down. Go as far as you can until you feel the tailbone on the mat and then lift your toes up. Last one, as you breathe out, belly draws back, push the feet down, lift the hips up. Could you come up high onto your toes there? And then lower the heels down, lower the spine down, feel each of the vertebrae touch the floor. And then once the tailbone touches the floor, can you lift your toes up? That's it. Could you even lift the balls of the feet off the floor now? See if that's possible. Good. Plant both feet down. And then bring your right thigh into your chest. Try not to use your hands. I'm going to do a little pulsing action. So you're squeezing your belly button back and trying to pulse the right thigh into your belly. And then my favorite and much needed today, slot your right ankle on the front of that left thigh there. And can you flex your foot? Now remember how we started the breathing at the beginning? We found that nice wave-like breath. Make sure you've still got that. You know, every time you lose it, just get back to breathing in that way. So that as you breathe out now, you can bring your left thigh into your chest and then lower the left foot back to the mat. Okay, so try that a few times. As you breathe out, see if you can bring the left thigh into your chest and then lower it back down. And last one, see if you can bring the thigh into the chest. And it's an option now to extend your left leg to the sky. You might be able to take the hands behind the calf. You might be able to catch hold of the edges of the feet. Or you might have a scarf or a strap handy to hook over your foot. But most important is to keep the right knee open here. Breathing in. And breathing out. Let go of the left leg if you've caught hold of it, slowly. And then place your left foot on the floor. Take your hands into a cactus shape. And we'll let the left knee fall towards the right side, keeping your right ankle on the top of that left leg there. Yeah, so you're getting an outer stretch there in the hip. Breathing in. And breathing out. Nice. Well done. Okay, bring your left knee back up. And then extend your right leg up to the sky. Now point and flex through that right foot. Get nice and loose in your right ankle. Point and flex is good. Nice big circles as well. And then pointing your right toes, draw a line with the foot. And like you're drawing a line all the way to the bottom of your mat. Good. And then once you get there, extend your left leg out as well. Does one leg feel longer than the other? Reach your arms above the head and do a full body stretch. And as you breathe out, rebend both knees. Have your feet flat on the floor. That's it. And then bring your hands down by your side. So let's work on the left side now. Bring your left knee into your chest. And then create a nice circle with the left leg. Now notice if there's clicks and clumps there. This is good to have your eyes closed because it helps you to really drop into what you're feeling. If there are clicks and clumps, I just try to find a smoother pathway. Take the circle the other way. Maybe you're making it a little bit bigger or maybe a little bit smaller. And then placing your left ankle on the front of the right thigh. Already start to press that left knee open. That's the most important part of this shape. So you can have your arms into cactus. And as you breathe out, start to pick the right thigh into the belly, pushing your left ankle into the right leg. And then lower the foot down. And you're resisting. So you're pushing the right leg into the left ankle into right leg. And again, as you breathe out, draw the leg in, squeeze it in, and then lower it back down. And then last time, squeeze the thigh in, just check in with that. How does it feel there? And maybe you could extend your right leg to the sky. Yeah. If that's too much, keep the knee bent, that's fine. Maybe you can catch hold of your right calf. Maybe you can catch hold of your right foot. If you can, just make sure that left knee doesn't fall in. So I like to use my left hand to prop that left knee open. And then of course, if you breathe deep here now, that breathing is going to help the muscles to relax. It's going to take your body out of the fight mode into the relax mode. Let go of the right leg slowly, carefully, and lowering your right foot down into the floor. And we'll extend the left leg up to the sky now and point and flex through that foot. So enjoy rotating the foot there. There's probably a few clicks and clumps there as well, there is for me. And circling it the other way. And then I love this. See if you can point your left toes. And draw a line with the left foot all the way to the front of the mat. Trying to make that leg as long as possible. I'm sure I should be at least 6'1". Extend both legs out in front and then reach the arms up above your head. Extend through your legs, your whole body super, super strong. And then relax and release every muscle super soft. Okay, rebend the legs, have your feet flat, and now bring the soles of the feet together and the knees open. Yeah, so how does that feel there now? Have your elbows bent, palms flat on the floor above your head. Big breath into your belly, into your rib cage, into your chest. And as you breathe out, could you try and let your chest come down first? Then your rib cage, and then your belly. The yogic breathing, belly expanding, rib cage expanding, chest expanding. Giving your mind, that monkey mind, something to focus on. And as you breathe out, try and let the chest float down first, and then the rib cage, and then the belly. Last time, the more that you focus on your breathing, the more you can kind of let go of whatever your body is doing. And then maybe the knees will open a little bit wider. Maybe the inner thighs will stretch that little bit more. Sat peacefully, calm, and full of calm within your little bubble. Very carefully now, start to bring your knees back up to the center. Okay, and then we'll hug the thighs into the chest using your arms now. You can wrap your arms around your knees, maybe interlace the fingers, so that means your legs will separate slightly. And then you can really press the hands back towards the chest and rock from side to side. Feels nice on your back. It's a nice massage on the back. This might be good for you, yeah. Or you could take the hands behind your thighs, or maybe even hold on to the outer edges of the feet and let your thighs fall either side the rib cage. You're breathing in and breathing out. All right, release the legs and take both feet straight up to the sky now. I know this can be quite challenging, so it's challenging for my daughter to do this. But you could take your hands behind your thighs if it makes it a little bit easier for you. You could even maybe shuffle your feet up against a wall if you've got one nearby. We won't be here too long, but it is nice just to let the legs hang in the air and tune into what you feel. So if you can imagine the river of fluid and blood that runs through your body, and in this position, that river is going upstream, it's going the wrong way. So it helps just to get circulation moving around your body. Nice big boost to your circulation. Helps give your heart a little rest. You might even feel some tingling, maybe some pumping in your feet. If it is tough, you can always bend your knees, give the legs a little shake. If you can be here for one more breath. So many amazing benefits just to doing this. And it's so simple. Start to give the legs a nice shake. Shaking any last little bits of fluid down your legs. And then bend your knees, just let your feet sort of bounce against your thighs there. And then we can let the feet press down onto the floor, knees bent. So start to roll over onto the right side. And then lift yourself up to seated. So you've been lying down for a little while, so take your time, be careful there. I'm going to try a modified fish pose. Okay? So you're going to come down onto your forearm there, and then onto your forearm on the other side. And now try and lift your chest up, and just let your head fall back. Hopefully that feels all right like that. And so a little modified fish. Try and push the chest up. That's it, and try and let the head fall back. Any problems with your neck, just keep your head in line with the spine. But if all is well, head can just fall back. Bringing the head back up. Walking your way back up. That's it. Just take your legs out in front and counter pose that into your forward fold. Relax the tummy, the chest, the head down. And don't worry too much about your alignment. Just let your body relax. Rolling your way back up. This time, let's keep the legs straight. And again, put the palm flat, the elbow back. Take the palm flat, the elbow back. Legs straight, point your toes. Maybe walk your hands a little bit further towards your bum now. And try and lift that chest up. Try and let the head fall back. Now you might even be able to rest your head on the floor. Yeah, so still modified fish pose, breathing into it and breathing out of it. If it's too much, have your knees bent. If it's too much for the neck, have your head in line with the spine. Okay, but wherever you are now, make your way back up. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And then again, counterpose it and fold it forward. Breathing in. And breathing out. Okay, roll your way back up. Last one now. So lay down onto the floor. And you're going to lift up your left hip. Place your left hand underneath your left buttock. And make sure now the left arm is straight. Do the same on the other side now. Lifting your right hip up. Have your right palm flat. And then sit down onto your hands. That's it. So see how that feels. You want to create the same feeling that you had in the last two shapes. But this time you're going to bend your elbows and your chest is going to lift and your head will fall back. You can let your head kind of hover on the floor, not pushing weight into your head. But the more you squeeze your elbows down and your hands down, the higher you can lift your chest up. And if any of this doesn't feel right, then come out straight away. Yeah, breathing in. And then breathing out. See if you can bring your chin to your chest and then lower your spine down. Lift up your right hip, take out your right hand, left hip, take out your left hand, and then bend the knees. Well done, feet flat. Big breath in, tuck the tail under. Counterpose that now and lift the hips up to the sky. And you really want to feel your tailbone drawing towards your knees there. So get in that counterpose here in this shape. Slowly lower the spine back down. Full counterpose now. Bring your thighs into your belly. This is enough here. If you want to go a bit further, you can take a block or a pillow underneath your lower back. If you want to go even further, come into plow pose. Legs up and over your head, toes touching the floor behind you. So use your elbows as a prop. Keep your eyes straight up to the sky. Can you let your knees fall down by your ears if you're in the full pose? If not, you've got your lower back resting on the block or on the pillow. You got your thighs pressing into your chest. But if you're in the full pose, can your knees fall by your ears? And can your spine relax into your hands? Big breath in. And a long breath out. Press your palms flat onto the floor. And then make your way out of the shape. So if you're in plow pose, lowering the spine down. If you're hugging the legs in, just releasing the legs, give them a little shake. And then extend the legs to the corners of the mat. Have your hands down by your side and your palms faced up. Now, if this pose isn't comfortable for you, you can always have your knees bent. And since you're at home, you could also just have a pillow behind the backs of your legs. Yeah. Otherwise, let your eyes close and let your whole face relax. I'm going to sit up a moment so I can talk to you a little bit easier. Notice where you feel the practice in your body. Notice where you feel the oxygen moving around your bloodstream. Notice if there is somewhere that you're holding on to some tension or some tightness. Maybe in your right glute. That's where I normally hold on for some reason. Search for those areas and try and let go. Try and let every single muscle Be completely soft. It's so beautiful that you've allocated this 45 minutes all for yourself. And when we take this time for ourselves, you never need to think it selfish, a selfish action. These 45 minutes will help give you strength, flexibility, help you be a useful person. So taking this time for yourself is never a selfish act. It only makes you stronger. Maybe you can visualize yourself again, sat in the middle of that busy road. Everything blurred around you as it whizzes past you at speed. And picture yourself sat peacefully amongst all that busyness. Safe within the little bubble that you've created by breathing deeply, by stretching and opening up your body. Enjoy the stillness. If you have a little bit longer and you're able to stay there for maybe 5 or 10 minutes, then please feel free to stay there. If you're ready to move with me, then start to bring movement to your toes and to your fingers. And begin to deepen the breath a little bit more now. Like a long, lazy yawn, reach your arms above the head so you can do that full body stretch. And roll to the right side so you take a little bit of time in a fetal position, just helping to let your body adjust to eventually coming upright. Keeping your eyes closed, make your way up to seated to face the front unless you're staying there for a little bit longer. And find a comfortable seated position, hopefully sitting cross-legged, feeling a little bit easier now. Bring the hands to the heart center, thumbs into the chest bone. Take a full deep breath in. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. Thank you for stopping so that we can start. Namaste. Have a beautiful rest of the day. Could get some vitamin D today. We've been so lucky, haven't we, these last few weeks? Have a beautiful day, guys. Thank you so much.